Hi, Ashley. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing so good. My name is Jesse Kozorowski, and I'm with the Nocturnal. And I first just want to say that it is such a pleasure to speak with you. I mean, from being a significant part of so many of our childhoods on Disney Channel to your current entrepreneurial ventures, you've had such a dynamic career. And now it's so exciting to see you partnering with Bush's for Bluey's Baked Beans. So, starting things off today, you've been in the entertainment industry since you were young, with iconic roles in High School Musical, The Sweet Life, and Phineas and Ferb. For many of us who grew up watching you, those characters were a big part of our childhood. Now, looking back at that time, what did you enjoy most about being part of those earlier projects that were so meaningful to kids?
My gosh. I think it's just obviously, um, I don't know, like I just had so much fun. I think it was just a really like dream jobs and I love, what I do and I think the best thing is when you love what you do and that people love watching those things and we're really a part of like such the big success of Phineas and Ferb and High School Musical was just really like I had no idea that those two projects would. I mean, even Phineas and Ferb were like going into our 17 years of recording and launching and it's like wild to think. I would never have thought that. And then to see High School Musical be so successful, like it was really, obviously everyone that made it such a success and loving it. And the fact that Sharpay is still such a beloved character in pop culture is pretty iconic and awesome to have played her. So I feel very grateful.
I love that. Now, that connection with family friendly entertainment seems to continue with Bush's For This Bluey campaign. And now, as a mother of two, and having been such a prominent figure in children's media yourself, what inspired you to collaborate on a campaign featuring an iconic character like Bluey?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're huge fans of Bush's Baked Beans. We're a family-owned business. My 4-year-old loves beans, and anything that she loves, we're always excited to give her, especially it's so nutritious and has 6 grams of protein. But we're also humongous Bluey fans as well. So the fact that Bush's Beans is launching, Bluey's Baked Beans was really exciting. Just even like having the packaging, she's like already always excited to like eat it. But we're humongous fans of Bluey. We have 2 kids and we found Bluey like obviously when Jupiter was pretty young and we're just obsessed with it. I think we're as obsessed as the kids are, so we were really excited and I was excited to partner with them.
I love that. Now, this campaign aims to bring Bluey moments off the screen and onto the plate. And having been a part of children's media yourself and now this campaign, what are your thoughts on extending those worlds into everyday experiences such as mealtime?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great because it just like it really does feel like they make it fun for mealtime and make it easy. And that is so important for parents, like with kids. It's always a little bit of a struggle, especially sometimes with a picky eater, which I do have.
Myself.
So it is like, whatever you can to make mealtime a little bit easier on a parent is always going to be great.
I love that. Now, in your opinion, kind of shifting gears, how do you think children's media, like the shows you were part of and now shows like Bluey, can play a part in shaping children's experiences and even their development?
I mean, Bluey is like, I can't even touch on that. I mean, obviously, I come from some great shows that are very creative and fun too, but Bluey takes on like a whole nother realm of really definitely just shaping, and kids and even kind of like teaches parents like how to be fun parents. Like I think when we first started watching it, it was just like, oh my gosh, like, when you become a parent, there's a lot of pressure, you got this little baby, this is so new, your life's changed. It's like a lot going on. And I think like watching Bluey just made us realize like, oh, we need to have fun throughout this too. Like we need to kind of like, it's okay not to be perfect at all times. And I think there was like an episode of Bluey recently that Chris was just like, whoa. And the episodes that they create and how they write is truly like it was this one episode about how one of their friends kept on being scared or saying that they kept on leaving him at playtime. They're like you're leaving me at playtime and they're like no, you were just drifting off and like you were looking in the clouds and we weren't leaving you. And it flashes back at the end of the episode to him, or I think it's a girl dog, but she like goes down the slide and one of the women comes over to her and says, "Oh, you don't have to keep coming back here," because she was looking for her mom, and her mom was behind her, and she had just come down the slide, and she didn't realize where she was because she was so little. But it was just like talking about even trauma, and I was like, "This is so," but they make it so beautiful, and it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty remarkable what that show does.
I completely agree. Even in some of my college classes, my teacher would play episodes just to I took a creative thinking class, and it really is just so remarkable how even for, like, adults can watch this and just feel all
Yeah.
the feels.
Well, anything that you can do together, I mean, that's like exactly obviously about this partnership is like, we can as a family, eat this together. But I mean, just watching that show and to watch it together, that's always something that's really cool when you can tap into that.
Yeah, my next question was gonna be, how do you think this campaign fits into your family's lifestyle and your values, and if they can kinda touch on that, but is there anything that you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just obviously like anything that brings your family together and connecting, and mealtime for us is all about connecting because I obviously am really busy during the day with work. So it's just like the meal times are super important, whether it's breakfast or dinner. And I'm just glad that, to be a part of this partnership that really does bring everybody together is pretty great.
I like how you said that because I said growing up for myself, I have 2 older sisters, and you best bet every single time High School Musical was on, they had me learning the dances on the commercials breaks, like, it was, like, routine, but it
That
really
is
did just bring us
hilarious.
so much together, and, it inspired me to this day to be doing this job now, so it's very full circle. Now,
Oh,
beyond acting, you founded Friendshie, a platform focused on mental health and non-toxic living. So how does your passion for wellness inform the kinds of projects and collaborations you choose, including this one?
I think it's not specifically just wellness. What I found throughout Frenchie, and for me, Frenchie is all about balance. It's one of those things where obviously I love something that's super clean ingredients, but I also still love my candles that are not super clean. But that's kind of just what I've preached. But it really is more about, I think, when I created Frenchie, I became pretty in touch with like my authenticity. I think that what I created there and how it became so successful, I realized like, oh wow, this is important to obviously like do things that mean like that matter to you and that are authentic. And so I think from then on, I've just really any type of partnership has to have an authentic, piece about it. It has to be something that we are either using or eating or just kind of for me, I think that's really the kind of thing that happened that changed for me years ago was that I was like, oh, and obviously doing that and leading with authenticity has just been more successful. So it's been really great to kind of, but I had to do a lot of work to get there. I had to kind of face a lot of the just a lot of the stuff I was dealing with mental health wise to get to that point. I think I was um not surface, but I was just like not diving deep when I was younger into what I truly felt. So I think that really changed and I'm so glad it did.
Yeah, I love that. That makes me so happy to hear that because you were such an important part of my childhood, and just to see you evolve into just this beautiful mother and this flourishing career, it's amazing to see. So, as we've been talking about inspiring characters in children's media, you brought Miss Sharpay Evans to life in High School Musical. Now, she was driven and talented and resonated with many young viewers, much like myself. So, looking back, what's a memory or lesson from playing Sharpay that still brings a smile to your face today?
Oh man. I don't know. I don't really think much about that character. I feel like saying that, but
It
I'm
was so
like,
iconic.
so long. I honestly, it's like, I don't, it's like you guys have grown up with her, obviously. So it's like, it's different because I played her and I played her at a time where I don't think I could ever play her again. You know what I'm saying? Like I've
Mhm.
done so much work on myself. Like I think Sharpay was part of my past, like my past, like there is a sense of unawareness that she carries that I'm too aware at this point. So, I don't know, like I just don't tap into her very often. Like I'm
Yeah.
not someone who's like constantly I love it. I love that like whenever I see a meme or like I think she was just like trending like last week about tariffs and stuff.
Tariffs,
Like hilarious to me. I think it's so funny. But yeah, I tend to kind of like I tend to just lead with my own kind of uh I don't I don't tap into the characters I've played, I guess.
You're tapping into your authentic self these days. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that once I went through that and let's just say I don't think Sharpay would ever dig deep into her mental health. So I think she would still be kind of lost and running around. But yeah, I mean I'm a very different person from her. So I don't know. I don't really think too much about her.
Yeah. Now, you have achieved a lot in your career, and I was curious what was one thing that you're most proud of that your younger self might never have imagined?
I think I'm really proud of Frenchie and being Frenchie. I think that for me, you know, as a young actor, I was, you know, you go to auditions and you do all these different things and you have managers and agents telling you what you should do next and brand stuff and all of that. And there was no one telling me I needed to start Frenchie, and it was no one telling me. It never came from anyone. It was purely just me having these ideas of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to create, and I wanted to create this blog to connect with people on what I'd been through and my mental health and my journey into wellness. And so it truly was something I came up with on my own. I, you know, worked on my own, and to see what I have done with that, you know, blog, and to create this brand that is really successful has, you know, that people love it. It's just like doing a movie or a TV show that people love. It's like to see people come up to me nowadays and not say, "Oh, I love you" in High School Musical. They actually say like, "Oh my God, I love your being Frenchie," and like they tell me what sense they love. Like it's so awesome. And it just feels like it means more just because I like created this line myself, you know, so it's like it really is just something I think I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I have to say one of my favorite scents you've made, I think it was Moon Milk, was it
Oh
called?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
One
I
of
mean,
one of the best in my opinion. I
so
love
good.
that one. Now, wrapping things up a little bit, as a mother, I was curious what it's like for you to be involved in a campaign featuring Bluey, a character that your own daughters might enjoy or connect with, and does it add a special layer to this whole experience for you?
It definitely does. I mean, for sure. It really like again, we're such huge fans of Bush's baked beans, but also Bluey. So it was just kind of like perfect.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I can't thank you enough for your time, Ashley. My younger self would be kicking and screaming right now if he realized that
Oh,
he would have the chance to speak with you. And it's just been so wonderful to hear about your career, your entrepreneurial ventures, and now this campaign. And I cannot wait to see you continue to shine in all that you do. Thank you so
thank
much.
you so much. Thank you.